Thank you for joining us for this edition of Pagosa Local News. My name is Gabrielle Dorr. I'm here with Mary Shepard from the Small Business Development Center here in Southwest Colorado. And welcome, Mary.
Thanks, Gabrielle. Thanks for having me.
So we're going to be talking about the Small Business Administration's disaster relief loans and how a business can apply for those.
Yeah, absolutely. So currently, anyone in the state of Colorado is included in the Colorado Declaration that went to the SBA Disaster Loan Department. So any business in the state of Colorado is eligible to apply. You do need to be able to show that you have experienced economic injury due to the COVID-19 closures that we've seen across the state. The best way to do that is to be able to show through your profit and loss statements that you are experiencing economic injury. So if you had to close, if your sales are down, there's a number of ways to show that.
So can you give me an example of a business, like say you were a restaurant or something like that?
I mean, really any business that's had to close its doors right now and could show that last year during this time period, let's say they had X dollars of revenue during this time period, and now they're unable to make sales, or perhaps they're showing an 80% loss due to only being able to do takeout. By showing that through your profit and loss statement and your projections, what the SBA is looking to do is provide loans that will bridge the gap for you and cover operating expenses to get you through this period until business opens up again. And the SBA will work with businesses through their application process to determine what that number is, how much you need, and then based on that number and your ability to repay the loan, what the terms will look like.
And then there was something about in the description of who, so businesses that are indirectly related to impacts of the virus. Can you explain what that means?
If you can show, let's say you're a restaurant supplier and your loss is because the restaurant is closed, that might be an indirect loss. You really just have to be able to tie it, even if it's not a first degree to the closures happening because of coronavirus.
We're a startup business, but we just started. So
yep.
What about businesses in their first year that don't have any kind of really even maybe profit and loss or revenue or even a tax return? Are we eligible to apply for something?
It is harder to qualify for those loans if you don't have multiple years of protection. Also because they do want to see evidence that you will be able to repay. So again, without a history, without credit history and kind of your P&L statements, it's a little harder for them to gauge whether or not you have the ability to repay. But it doesn't mean it's not possible, and it doesn't mean you shouldn't try to apply. If you have really strong projections, if you can really show that you had contracts set up, that you have letters of interest from possible clients, potential clients that want to use your services, and you can really kind of justify that you were going to be showing this revenue down the road, it is possible to get a loan. And the SBA disaster loans are really just the first part of the government's response to COVID-19. I would say to all businesses that over the next several days, we should have a better sense of what the rest of the disaster relief package is going to look like coming from the federal government. And there may be other departments besides SBA that are offering programs to small businesses.
Thank you. So in your past experience, how many of these loans actually go through? And then are there businesses that could take advantage that aren't?
Absolutely. I mean, really, these loans are for unmet need. So we always recommend to businesses, talk to your own bank, see what they have. If you can qualify for a bank loan, that might be a smarter way to go. If you can, if you've got savings and you can use that to tide you over and get you through, that also might be a strategy. Really just looking at your operations, cutting out the fat, figuring out what you absolutely have to keep running to keep the business that'll move you to the other side.
You said something about one-on-one consulting for businesses, at this time. So how does a business in Archuleta County, access a consultant?
I can set businesses up with any of my consultants because these are virtual appointments. So I have a whole team of consultants who really specialize in financial analysis and loan packaging. So we can help businesses get ready to do this. We're also going to be looking at doing more support on things like really getting your website ready. So if you do sales and you really want to try and look at some online e-commerce options for your website, we've got consultants who can help with that and take a look at your website and make sure you're ready to go on that. And some marketing consultants and SEO consultants.
So you just brought up a good topic, alternative income. So that's something that you guys can also work with a business to maybe reconfigure something that they're already doing so that it could be profitable right now.
Absolutely. We're here to brainstorm with businesses to figure out all of the solutions. Is there something you're missing? Could you be doing something that might be bringing in more revenue right now for you? Absolutely.
Thanks for watching this edition of Local News Pagosa Springs. If you would like to see this story again, visit our website at pagosalocal.news, where you can sign up to have us deliver the news directly to your inbox.